In order to resist the super bomb created by Kaiju No.8 before his death, Kafka had no choice but to transform into Kaiju in front of everyone. With one punch, he blasted the atmosphere, and this also completely exposed his identity. And not long ago, the powerful number 6 sword technique left Kaiju No.8 powerless. But the battle that should have been won suddenly went wrong. Kaiju No.8 didn't die under number 6. Instead, it turned into a giant kaiju that Sashiro is least good at dealing with. Although every attack of his can break the opponent's shell, but his double-edged sword that used to be invincible against medium and small kaiju, but it can't completely kill the giant Kaiju No.8. The only way now is to use the advantage of speed. Find an opportunity to break the core of the back. Didn't want to at this time. Maximum release actually reached operational limits. Forcing to continue fighting will only overload and die. So Sashiro put everything, all bet in the last minute. He used the smoke from Yoju's self-explosion attack to buy time. Successfully circled to the back of Kaiju. This is the last blow to life. But he never expected. Kaiju No.8's back actually sprouted countless eyes. Countless eyes opened on the back, saw through this life-threatening move. At this moment, Sashiro has completely reached operational limits. He was born in a defense force family. He has been a genius with extremely high combat power since he was a child, but the weapon that best suits him, it happens to be a melee weapon that is difficult to deal with kaiju. Sashiro has a strong sense of responsibility, even if he is seriously injured. The first thing he cares about is still the situation of his teammates and the public. After receiving a safe reply from the base, he was relieved, because this time he has to fulfill his duties with his life. Although maximum release has reached its limit, but as long as it is not in the state of maximum release, he can still continue to fight by overdrafting his life. Even Kaiju No.8 knows this opponent who had a good fight with him not long ago. At this moment, it no longer poses a threat to him. But Sashiro did not give up, because from childhood to adulthood, people around him are advising him to give up, whether it was his father when he was young, or say after entering the defense force, the boss. The words they said to him were all advising him to give up, just because swords are not feasible in this era. But there is one exception. When I first came to the 3rd Division to appoint ordinary team members, Mina called Sashiro. I thought the other party would advise him to give up like others, but he never expected. Mina actually said she needed his strength, even invited him to become the vice captain of the 3rd Division. Since the woman who changed my life entrusted this base to me, then even if I die, I have to hold on here. At this moment, Sashiro's combat power is only 63% left. Kafka also came to the training ground at this time. He couldn't watch Sashiro die like this. Ignoring Reno's words of prevention, he rushed forward without hesitation. In his opinion, the life of a companion is irreplaceable. Just as Kafka was about to transform into Kaiju No.8, unexpected voices came from the headphones. At this time, a shell hit the back of Kaiju No.8. It turned out to be Mina who arrived on the battlefield. Different from Sashiro, Mina is a sniper gun adapter for long-range weapons, although there are only 5 bullets in her hand, but each hit has unparalleled super destructive power. She can be said to be in the defense force, the person most suitable for dealing with super large kaiju. Sashiro and Mina can be said to be two extremes. As Mina appeared, he didn't stop either. Keep looking for opportunities to attack Kaiju No.8's ankle. Plan to reduce the opponent's mobility with this. Create a gap for Mina's strongest shot. However, after his combat power continued to decline, the attack can only break the opponent's shell. And the person who appeared at this time is Kikora, who just rushed to the training ground. Her giant axe successfully hit the ankle, but he didn't expect with his own strength. Even breaking the defense can't be done. But Sashiro asked her not to stop. I saw Sashiro rushing in front. First he broke the shell of the ankle, then it was Kikora's full axe. Sure enough, the joint attack of the two was very effective, although Kikora also reached the limit after this hit. But the short moment when Kaiju No.8 stopped has been successfully seized by Mina. The powerful attack directly broke the back of Kaiju No.8. At this time, Mina still has the last bullet, but Yoju stopped her last hit. The key moment was the arrival of various squads to support. At the same time, Sashiro also stepped forward again to seize the opportunity. So Mina's last hit hit the core of the back solidly. Kaiju No.8 let out a reluctant roar before dying. The cooperative battle of the Defense Force's 3rd team successfully repelled this 9-0 level kaiju. Everyone is celebrating the victory, and Kafka was also moved by the scene. Swear that one day he will also stand among them. The Defense Force is really too handsome, but everyone didn't expect. At this time, a bigger crisis is brewing. The first to find the abnormality was the white tiger next to Mina. Until I heard the roar of the white tiger, everyone discovered the weird scene. I saw a huge sphere floating in the sky. That is a huge bomb made up of countless Yoju. It turns out that the roar before Kaiju No.8 was defeated. It is the signal calling for Yoju to concentrate on self-detonation. The base also detected that the energy of the sphere was constantly increasing. If the sphere explodes, the power is equivalent to a nuclear explosion. Not to mention the people of the Defense Force. Even the entire city will be destroyed. But now even if you want to escape, it's too late. Looking at Sashiro's serious expression, Kaiju No.8 issued a declaration of victory. But what he didn't know was, there is still a more outrageous existence in the field. In the astonished eyes of everyone, Kafka rushed out. Sashiro was preparing to stop him, but he unexpectedly found Kafka's speed is a bit abnormal. We're detecting a gigantic kaiju signal above the base. Fortitude 9-8. This signal, it's Kaiju No.8. Sashiro couldn't believe his own eyes. It wasn't until then that he connected the sense of incongruity he had noticed before. He should have discovered Kafka's identity long ago, but Sashiro was infected by Kafka's personality. Only then did he overlook this possibility right in front of him. Compared to Sashiro's shock, Kafka's heart is full of guilt for his companions at this moment. He understands what the consequences will be for doing this. He has let down the expectations of the vice captain, betrayed Kikora's trust, and Reno's concern. Most importantly, he can no longer keep his promise. The promise that once existed between him and his childhood friend. I'm part of the Defense Force, too. 2. I'm an officer of the 3rd Division. 2. So now it's my turn. The huge Yoju bomb is very heavy. Even Kafka has to use all his strength to blast it off. At this moment, he fell straight to the ground. Seeing this, Mina immediately let everyone open the shield. The next second, the Yoju bomb exploded in the air. The huge shockwave swept the entire training ground, and Kafka stood silently in front of the 2 team members to resist the shockwave for them. After everything calmed down, Kafka only lamented his foolish behavior. He's old enough, but he still wants to show off. Kaiju number 8. I'm taking you into custody.